Crowds is a nonprofit, and we do photo shoots for kids battling cancer, serious illness, and special needs. We take their greatest inspirations like superheroes, princesses, mermaids, and bring their imagination to life during an unforgettable photo shoot where they get to just be a kid. They get to be whoever they want to be, whatever they want to be when they grow up, no limits.
Perfect.
I know that these kids are coming in with really difficult stories that they live every single day, but where I'm sitting with my camera, we're not looking at that. We're looking at their imaginations. We're looking at their strongest self, and we want to give them a moment outside of this world. The experiences, they're never the same, and they never fall short of amazing.
What we could do is have Yoda kind of in the center, and then have you guys in like fighting stances.
Brayden has a genetic disorder, so he does not walk or talk, and it's hard to find activities for the whole family that we can do together and all enjoy.
This is the coolest you've ever looked.
And this is something that we can do that kind of takes away his disability. In the pictures, you don't see that he's in a wheelchair, and you don't see that he's not talking, and it's just a special experience for the whole family.
There it is, get it there, get it, get it.
We would get applications from all over the country, and so I said enough is enough, we need to take this on the road. And so we take our team and we fly to LA and San Diego, we drive up to Seattle, we go to Texas once a month for a medical camp, trying to get this in as many kids' hands as possible. What we could do, because we have multiple wands, get the shot of people like this, because you'll kind of be like up in the air.
I am dressed as Credence Barebone from Fantastic Beasts. For me, it is more than just a photo. It's getting to look at myself in a different light. Like, it's the first time I see myself as beautiful. He's, in the end, very strong, despite all of his issues that he goes through.
When you're looking at me, I want a very, strong face.
There you go.
Power.
Power. You are
the strongest person
the most powerful woman here.
Whatever I want to be, I can be.
It is so empowering for them because it's the first time that they really get to see themselves look strong. For these kids, a lot of them are pretty young, and for them to have something tangible that they can actually see, because people tell them all the time how brave and how strong they are, but until they actually see it, it's hard for them to believe it.
I had a roll going.
Okay, let's try this again. We're all volunteer, so if people want to support us by donating, they can go to our website, which is capesandcrowns.org. But we're also looking for volunteers. We're looking for photographers and editors because we have such a high demand right now.
It can make a child feel very special and see themselves differently because not everybody is supportive of the way they are. And I want everyone to see themselves as beautiful despite what they go through in their daily life.
What's the highest ratio of chocolate to dough that I can get away with without having it be against the law? I am chef and co-founder of From Roy. I make one thing. I make panettone. The mixing is a two-stage process that began last night with an initial dough that is allowed to ferment proof overnight for 12 hours. We bring it out of the proofer, add the remainder of the ingredients in a very particular order and cadence, and that's the final dough. We'll pull that out, let it rest for 10 or 15 minutes, divide it, pre-shape it, shape it finally, put it in the molds, and then it goes to proof for 5 hours, then we bake it. Over 40 hours, beginning to end. My goal is to have it be accepted that From Roy is a gift-giving item and it doesn't have a season. It's 12 months a year. There's no bad time to indulge.
in your face.
You're watching an exercise fad from the future.
Floyd in the virtual reality setting.
Today, we're talking all about virtual reality, or VR. Now, VR has been around in some form or another since the early 60s, when Mort Hellig developed the Telesphere Mask, the first head-mounted 3D display. Since then, VR has come a long way. It's being used for gaming, working out, and even as a substitute for going on vacation. And now, the VR world is setting its sights on even more ambitious applications. You could say that their vision is 2020. The Phoenix Police Department just announced that they'll be incorporating VR headsets into their training to help officers with empathy and conflict de-escalation. Officers will be able to walk through 360 simulations for dealing with schizophrenia, autism, and suicidal subjects to help aid their response. And VR is making its way into the medical world, too. A company called Evolve just unveiled a VR game they claim will help stroke survivors regain physical coordination. So what are some cool ways you'd like to see VR implemented in your daily life? Let us know in the comments below. That's the DailyISH for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the show, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time Localish posts a new video. I'm Chris Casey, and remember, live like a local.
That smells good.
Right? Doesn't it smell funny?
They're so nice.
These goes Blue Planted, and even though I'm not originally from Long Island, I decided to embrace my Long Islander roots today and take a drive to Riverhead to the Garden of Eve to see what their Sunflower Festival is all about. So come along with me and let's see what's blooming.
My name is Chris Kaplan-Walbrecht, and the Sunflower Festival is a celebration of summer and blooming. The farm is one of the organic farms on Long Island, if not New York State. We grow in blocks of 10,000 for the Sunflower Festival, so they're coming in blocks of 10,000. And over the year, we I would say probably grow in the range of about 100,000 or more sunflowers. So a lot of those are grown for cut flowers, and others are grown for the Sunflower Festival for people that cut their own.
I think it's very romantic. We got, girlfriends, guy friends, families. So I think it's just like a whimsical thing for people to do that's out of the ordinary. Again, we all kind of get consumed with our day-to-day, and it's just something you can come out and just sit around and feel the sunflowers. What could be bad?
I like to do this because they're pretty.
Beautiful flowers. We started the farm in 2001, and it started, actually, we just had a big garden, and we had way too many zucchini, so we had a friend who invited us to go sell at a farmer's market, and we took our zucchini and made $40, and we're launched on our farming life. So after that, we grew and grew, and pretty soon we were at about 45 acres of organic vegetables. We grow, hundreds of different varieties, and we also were growing cut flowers for our community-supported agriculture shares. So we do a weekly share that we bring into 20 different locations across Long Island and New York City. And as well as getting vegetables, people can get fruit, flowers, and eggs from our own chickens. So we've been growing flowers for quite a while. We all know winter will come eventually, sooner than we'd like. And it's the middle of the summer vacation for people who have kids. And it's just a time to celebrate and have a nice time outside.
One more? Okay, here's another.
I like to keep it simple. We're just friends who make burritos, and we give them to people who are hungry.
What's the experience like? I mean, it's my first time out here, so I don't know what's really gonna happen.
Well, it may be shocking to see how many tents there will be and how many people are just living on the streets.
I got together with some friends in around 2006. We were making food for the homeless and the hungry here in Los Angeles.
Burritos, water.
And we saw a bigger need, so we created a new chapter of the Burrito Project here in South Pasadena. And that was in 2009.
We heat up 1,000 tortillas.
Well, we keep it basic. So we have tortillas, rice, beans, and salsa. Depending on the season, we might get donations of vegetables from local farmers markets.
Burritos, water.
So we're out here handing out burritos. We supply them with as many as they want because we say, hey, if you have friends, or hey, for another meal. That's why the burritos are vegan.
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
vegetarian because they last longer.
When we first started, we did make it with cheese and sour cream, and then we realized that a lot of homeless people and people without homes, they would take the burritos home and use them for the next day.
We've been walking for a couple of blocks now in Skid Row, and we've seen feces. The smell of urine is very strong. We've seen syringes on the floor. I mean, you've been doing this for over a year.
Yeah. It's crazy to see because, you know, sometimes we're so blinded in our society, like, oh, that it's not there, but it's right here in the streets. And it could be overwhelming when you come to see it, but it's a reality. That's what's going on down here right now.
Appreciate it.
Here you go.
Oh, love it. Thank you.
What time do y'all start in order to make 1,000 burritos in one day?
We try to do all the cooking beforehand, so I usually come in this kitchen and start around 10 o'clock, and I make about 100 pounds of beans here on the stove behind us. And throughout the day we have people cooking rice, and we get collections from restaurants, and just during the day I go and collect everything, bring it back in here, so when people come at 7 o'clock we're ready to go. It overwhelms me to think about it. Just driving through Skid Row area, you can see people on the street in tents, and I know that I don't have the resources to solve this, but I know that with my group of friends and volunteers, we can make a difference to at least one or a handful of people on that night, letting them know that we care about them.
God bless you. Yes. Thank you. I have a lot of water. God bless you all. You're awesome.
Cheers.
No bacon.
This definitely caught my eye right here. It's cheap milk. Well worth it.
Yeah, actually the name Cheese is inspired from Kanye West's album Yeezus. He did that entire album in France. He did it with a lot of other producers and collaborators. Minimal, brash, aggressive, so we kind of follow all that. And the reason why we also started was we wanted to get people eating real food again. Yeah, our most popular sandwich is called the Incredible Hulk. You have a Hooks cheddar, you have Fontino Fontal, you have smoked bacon, avocado, lime aioli, red pepper chili oil, and a fried egg. For the Incredible Hulk sandwich, we have an egg mold in the shape of a heart, and we'll crack the egg in there, cook it, so it comes as a heart egg, and that's our way of adding love into the sandwich.
First time. It's like drenched in a certain oil in it. It's really good.
So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. You know, we have some amazing cheeses that are done by some of the best cheesemakers, and it's kind of good to get people to expand their horizon from just the mozzarellas and cheddars that you would find at a grocery store.